Welcome, foolish mortals, to another Minecraft Let's Play video. I am your host, Sir Minecraft Mike, about to tell you the creation of the haunted mansion in this world. Hello guys, it's me, Sir Minecraft Mike. I'm going to tell you about how I created this unbelievably detailed attraction, the Haunted Mansion. For those of you who don't know, Haunted Mansion is actually my second favorite ride that Disney ever created. I call it really the Museum of Old Magic Tricks, since the actual attraction in reality is full of them. Anyways, so what better way to give a tribute to it than actually building it in Minecraft? I first tried to build it long ago when I used to have the computer version, but my computer blew up practically and got destroyed, so I didn't have it anymore. So when I came to the Xbox version, I figured, well, one of my favorite things to do was build this attraction. Oops, I believe a little bit. Sorry, I'm filming this on my iPod and it screws up a lot. Okay. That should work. Alright. So, anyways. So the Haunted Mansion was built here over a year ago. So this is actually really, really old for a Minecraft creation. Yes, this is how old it is. It is over a year old. And it is my most detailed piece I ever did. And I don't think I'm ever going to get this detailed ever again. So, let's talk about how it used to be. Originally, these gates right here used to be all one. And they would all, like, conjoin, like, right here. And then they would go to a queue that would expand, like, all the way out here, I think. Is where it used to go out. All the way right here. And then there used to be gravestones right here. That's why there are roses right here, because they put roses in front of the gravestones. So, eventually I would dwarf the queue to about this much. Of course, I also added a new exiting area, which is right here. Now, if you're wondering where the exit area used to be, well, the exiting area used to be actually right here. In fact, if you dig right here, you can actually find it. This is where people used to exit from the attraction, and this, the exiting structure would eventually be used for the entrance to the Haunted Mansion Catacombs adventure, which would eventually shut down due to the fact it was very, very poorly designed. And eventually, its loading dock would be used in the new exiting for the attraction. So, let's talk about what else happened. So eventually we would create these two, which were standby, and eventually we ended up creating a Fast Pass Plus system. And the regular queue was expanded to create an interactive queue right here, which is really ugly. Anyways, now let's talk about the physical house. The physical house was, it is one of my biggest creations for me. The original house used to only be like this big, and it has been destroyed 2 times, which is, yeah, it has been destroyed 2 times, and over time I would just add new, like, hints and bits to it. Just like every update, when something new would come out, I would always like try and find ways to use the blocks for the house. Like these are right here, they're like, can't remember what they're called, but like they look like little chimney stack things, you know, so that's why I use them. And if you're wondering, I will never be able to duplicate this house ever again, because I just really won't be able to. It would be very hard, and it would be almost impossible. So, well, I guess, oh, let me tell you about, well, now if you're probably wondering, where does the attraction exist? Well, one thing's for sure, only one scene exists in the house, and that's the stretch room scene. In fact, this is how it is in reality. The way the house works is this. You come in and you enter through here, and you come into a room which is underneath this lawn. Eventually, one wall over here or over here will open up to a wing of the house, which is actually a stretch room. Eventually, when the whole sequence is done, it empties out to another room right here, in which the attraction continues on forth. I like to call it the diamond layout, because in reality it is shaped like a diamond kind of deal. So that's how that works. Now if you're wondering, where is the show building? Well, let me tell you the story. Originally the show building used to exist very much behind this house, and it would take up all of this space. Eventually I would destroy it. Why? Well, there are a couple of reasons. One, if you notice, look at this. If without this little blob, do you would call this a city? I wouldn't think so. So, we needed room for expansion. Second, the attraction was starting to look dated to me, and it wasn't up to date with my creativiness. So, rather than just gutting it out and trying to redo it, that would be impossible because it would take up so much space. It would be insane. So that's why I destroyed it and decided I would go underground and carve out every single scene. So I have a completely unlimited idea of possibilities. So that's why I destroyed the original show building. Of course, it was very hard to recreate the show building under the scene underground, but I had to deal with it. And of course, it would eventually become completed and be the attraction that it is today. So, now the moment you've all been waiting for, let's go into the attraction. We're gonna go through Fast Pass, because you've already seen the interactive queue, and it's basically the same thing on the other side. So we come in through here, and once you go through these doors, there's no turning back now. Woohoo, no turning back. So you come in through here, and if you're wondering why this is that, it's because this is actually the lawn that's on top here, and I actually cannot fix that. So it's going to stay like that forever. Alright, we're going to go through this chamber. And the sign says, please stand in the dead center of the room. So we're going to stand in the dead center. Then you find a button, and you push it. Whee! Whoops. Sorry. Whee! Oh, boing. This is some supersonic stretching. It's the best I could do, because you can't really stretch a hall like that in Minecraft. It'd be almost impossible. It'd be way too hard of redstone mechanic. It would take up too much room as well. So, you come in through here, and then we go into this ghost elevator. This actually doesn't exist in the real attraction. It's because the attraction does go so deep underground. That's why I have to have this here. Alright, here we go. We're about ready to enter the first scene. This is the candelabra scene. The candelabra's on this staircase thing, and it looks at you, kinda. This is the flashing portrait hall. Right here. It doesn't actually flash because it would be very hard to, and it would constantly be breaking. After that, we come in here into the library with marble busts of the greatest ghostwriters the literary world has ever known. The marble busts are up here, and you even got like your own little seats here, and it's a very ornately detailed attraction. And here's the piano room where the ghost plays the piano. And this is a very famous scene, the endless staircase. It's got staircases going every which way, and you can't tell where's what's going where, and it's very crazy. Right here is supposed to be a suit of armor, but I couldn't really do it, so this is the best I can do. This is a very famous scene, the endless hallway. It is almost truly endless. It's actually the longest scene in the attraction, literally. This was supposed to be like a mirror effect thing right here, but it really didn't work out correctly, so it looks like that. I don't know why there's no door right here. I should fix that right now. Boom. So this is the candelabra, and it actually, I have things right here of glowstone, so that they create dim light. But yeah, the actual thing is right here, so you can see it. Then right here is the conservatory coffin. Originally, he used to come out, like push it up and then down, but the mechanics stopped working properly, so I had to stop it, unfortunately. So yeah, that kind of stinks, I know. Then right here is the swinging doors thing where the knockers bang on the doors. And I know I can't really do that either because I can't get them to open and close efficiently. And right here is Madame Leota's seance circle. If you're wondering, that little thing is Madame Leota. And this is like her little seance table with the chair. And you walk around it like this and you can see her talk. She doesn't really talk in this, but yeah. Then in here is a very, 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 very famous room. This is the dining hall. Right here. So this is like a lady sitting by the fire and ghosts happily haunting. And this is where they have a girl eating a cake. In fact, there is a hidden Mickey here. I think it's where one of these three guys sits, but the plates are arranged in a Mickey face format. Alright. Right here are two drunken ghosts on a chandelier. And right here are the ballroom dancers, and this is the organ player. Here you can get a little better view of it, so just like this, we'll go through it again so people can really take this in. Okay? Good. Alright. Now we're going into the attic. Alright, so this is the attic scene. It's filled with a bunch of stuff and things. And right here, of course, is the famous bride who has the axe in her hands and that little smirk on her face. Ooh. Little smirk on her face. And now we're about to look at the ghosts. Look at all the happy haunts down there. And it looks like we're about to fall to our death. We're falling to our death. And now there's a petrified gravekeeper along with his petrified dog. And then we walk through the gates and all the happy haunts are rejoicing and having a fun time in their retirement. So look at all the ghosts here all over the graves and stuff. And of course, there's the marble busts that sing their grim grinning ghosts. And right here is a little opera going on with an opera singer, and all the ghosts are watching through balconies and seats right here. And then there's just more happy haunts floating everywhere. And now I'm about ready to enter the mausoleum. If you're wondering, there is no hitchhiking ghost scene in this yet. Because I really couldn't do it because we have to come up to the surface at some point. So this is how we come up here. Now this is where the Haunted Mansion Catacombs state loading dock used to be. In fact, this here was where the carts would come out to like a little loading area, which was right here, and the actual tunnel was right here, I believe. See, yeah, I can tell it's right here. It's where the actual tunnel used to be. Of course, the whole entire thing is destroyed, so you can no longer ride it at all. So that's that. Oh, I forgot to also mention, here's Little Leota. Right here is Little Leota. And this is just some remnants of the old attraction. I didn't really do too much because I want to give a little tribute to the attraction. So you come up here, up this little thing, and there's this little overpass. If you're wondering why it gets so light up here, is because this used to be the original endless hallway right here, and of course it's still up, but it's like all destroyed, so it looks funky. So that's why it's so light up here. I might wanna... Oh wow, I just totally messed that up. Maybe right now we can fix that, because it does look super weird. And I really don't like it looking like that. let's fix this side. Because I really don't want any hint of light coming through here. Maybe we'll do it like that so it's much darker. So you come up through here, and then we come out here into the exiting, and then you exit the attraction. Right here I'm like mausoleum things, so I don't know exactly how to format this, so they'll be blank for a long time. And of course you exit the attraction just like this, and that's it. That's the Haunted Mansion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please spread the word of my channel. Next episode, we will be touring the Grauman's Chinese Theater. And I'm very excited because this is one of my all-time favorite places in the world. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this, and adios.